Hey guys, Pat's here again. Another little bit of positivity for you today. Got a little bit different twist for how I'm thinking about my processes today, and actually cleaning up the office a little bit. And I found my old ROE card from while I was in the Marine Corps. And obviously, I'm not going to show you this card. I don't want it on video, and I'm not going to tell you everything on it. But it's the rules of engagement card that we were to use in case of deployment, and it was for my specific unit. Now, I was unable to deploy because of a knee injury for the deployment that this card was representing. However, we still went through some of the training and whatnot for that. But there's a few points on it that I want to bring out to light and put a little different twist on it. Not specifically relating to military mindset, but how you approach things. And my goal today is to talk about obstacles, but using rules of engagement for those obstacles. And obviously, it's a front and back little pocket-sized card that's got a lot of information, and it was meant for in a war zone or any type of struggle situation, that if we needed a quick reminder on how we are governed to handle things, how we are expected to handle things, we could pull this card out of our pocket, wherever we had it, and reference it real quick. Kind of keeps you in the proper respect of actions that we're allowed to take. And you take that concept and give yourself a guidance on how you should attack certain obstacles in your life. Obstacles get in the way. They block us from our tasks, our goals, and ultimately bring up negativity, which is not what we need to be about. And that's not what this is about. This is about being positive and goal-oriented and focused. So just a few points I want to bring up from the rules of engagement. And the first target, period, number one, beginning of the story, is make a positive ID. You can't attack anybody, you can't approach anybody, and you can't detain anybody if you don't know who they are. You can't just assume who they are. You have to have solid verification. And if that means letting them go now and getting them back later, sometimes that's the case. But making a positive ID on your specific obstacle is the first thing. You have to know what's in your way. You have to know what can you do about it. And you have to know, why is it a problem? That must be number one. Make a positive ID. Number two, use an escalation of force. Rules of engagement say that you only use the level of force necessary to get the job done. Somebody slaps you on the back of the head, you don't turn around and pop them and use deadly force. That's a drastic example, but it needs to be appropriate. A warning deserves a warning. A fatal life-saving moment, using deadly force. You must know the amount of exertion that you need to put. So you've known your obstacle at this point. What can you do about it? What should you do about it? That's what you need to do. Escalation of force, escalation of focus. Get the right amount of focus to accomplish what you need to overcome that obstacle. Third, pursuit. Now that you know your obstacle, now that you know what you can and need to do to attack it, you know what level of focus, i.e. force, that you need to use. Now, go in pursuit. Attack it. Get at it. Go forward. Put your thoughts and focus into motion. Don't let it get away from you. And the last part is, it's not really a title for this one. I'll just summarize it. Don't attack an obstacle if it's not actually an obstacle. Don't belittle somebody because they just pissed you off. Don't fight over something if it's going to serve you no good. Just because it might be a little irritating doesn't necessarily make it an obstacle. It needs to be something in your way. And the purpose for that is so you're not wasting your focus. You're not wasting your energy on what could be pushed forward to something positive and motivating, wasting your time and taking longer to reach your goal. Positive ID, know your obstacle. Escalation of force. What do you need to do to actually counteract that obstacle? Nothing more. Third, pursue it. Now that you know what to do, actually go and do it. That's the simple part. 4, don't do too much. Don't overexert yourself, and definitely don't attack the wrong things, which links back to the positive ID, knowing exactly what you're doing. So take that as the rules of engagement for your personal obstacle. ID, escalation of force or focus, pursue it, and don't do too much. Simple put, round aspects, rules of engagement for your obstacles. Stay positive, keep thinking, and move forward. That's your positivity for today.